Welcome to this week's edition of the 2-Minute Drill, brought to you by Athletic Training Innovations with head coach Pat O'Hara. I'm Brandon Rizzuto. Coach, tell us about this week's game against Utah.
Big challenge. Utah's coming off a huge win against San Jose. A lot of people think San Jose is the best team in the league, or one of them. It's a long road trip, but I'm excited to get back on the road and see what happens.
Tell us about Utah and some of the problems that they posed for the Voodoo this week.
Veteran team. They've got all their receivers back from last year. The quarterback is very good. He's back from last year, and they have a couple good pass rushers that really do a good job. Utah broke a record, an Arena Football League record 2 weeks ago against Iowa, and had 10 sacks in one game. So they're one of the top teams in the league.
Talk about the protection issues and some of the problems they may cause on offense with that defense.
Well, you've got to be sound in protection. You know, 2 weeks ago against Iowa, struggled against Utah in that aspect. And, you know, we've got to be sound there. We've got to be sound in every aspect. It's more about what we do, though. We've got to be sound in what we do, not make mistakes, and take care of the ball.
You mentioned mistakes, and I know you had a chance to look at that tape against Milwaukee and had a chance to reevaluate some things and teach these guys a little bit more?
Yeah, the learning curve continues, and hopefully that will minimize as each week goes on. We've got some good football players on our team. We've just got to minimize the youthful mistakes that we're making. If we do that, we'll be very competitive.
Talk about that third phase in the game. Talk about special teams and how important of a role it'll take.
Yeah, you got to have good sound coverage on kickoff, and you've got to get good returns, and we've got to be able to handle the ball off the net. Last week, Milwaukee did a good job of hitting that bar a few times. We've got to be sound in that aspect.
Coach, as always, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
This has been the 2-Minute Drill, brought to you by Athletic Training Innovations. Be sure to tune into the Voodoo game this week. It'll be coming to you live on Cox 4 starting at 9 p.m. locally.